Hello. In this tutorial, we're going to see how to predict teeth positions in a 4D mesh sequence. To start, let's load a neutral mesh. Let me simply drag and drop the model here. Then, let's load a stabilized mesh sequence from the Guidable Replace step. I'm going to drag and drop one of these PLY files into the graph editor. Let's select the Load as Sequence option. Alright, so here's our 4D sequence. Our goal is to predict the teeth's position for every frame of this sequence. Let's start with loading the upper teeth. Let me drag and drop the model here. We created this model in advance by wrapping a standard teeth base mesh to a scan of an actor with an expression not showing the teeth. Since the head motion in this sequence is stabilized, the upper teeth position doesn't change relative to the head, and thus we don't need to animate them, so we can leave the upper teeth as they are. In order to predict the lower teeth's positions, we're going to use an example-based approach. From our photogrammetry session, we have a set of 39 fax scans of the actor with different facial expressions. Let me load the set of expressions here. I'm going to select all the meshes and drag and drop them into the graph editor. For the expressions where the lower teeth are visible on the scans, we manually align the lower teeth's positions to the scan geometry. This way we came up with a corresponding set of the aligned lower teeth meshes. Let me load it here. I'm going to select all the files and drag and drop them into the graph editor. Let me call this node Lower Teeth Fax. Whenever possible, we manually align the lower teeth with the scans. For the scans where teeth are not visible, we use a little trick to simply predict their position. First, we chose a neutral position for the lower teeth. We normally use an expression not showing the teeth, with the upper and lower teeth closed. Let me duplicate this neutral lower teeth mesh into a different node. I'm going to copy the current file name. Then I'm going to create a new Load Geom node and paste the file name here. Let's call this node Lower Teeth Neutral. Since the teeth are perfectly closed, we assume that the teeth positions will remain the same for the neutral face expression. A simple approach that we can use is to find a rigid transformation of the jaw skin and apply the same transformation to the lower teeth. Let's create a vertex mask node. Let's turn on topological symmetry, use geodesic distance, and set the intensity to 100. Now I'm going to select the part of the skin that will be used for the jaw transformation prediction. With this done, let's create a Find Transform node. The first input is going to be our neutral face. The second input is the current fax expression. And the last input is going to be our vertex mask. As the actor opens their jaw, the Find Transform node computes the rigid transformation of the jaw region. What we need to do is to copy this transformation to the neutral lower teeth. To do that, I'm going to use a Copy Transform node. As the first input, I will use the result of the Find Transform node. The second input is going to be our neutral lower teeth mesh. This is how we can predict the teeth positions, even for the frames where the teeth are not visible. We can always correct the teeth transformation manually if we are not happy with the automated result. Okay, by using the combination of the manual alignment where the teeth are visible and the computed rigid transformations where they are not visible, we've prepared 39 samples of lower teeth positions corresponding to our 39 fax expressions. We've stored the teeth positions into a sequence of OBJ files. Let me remove these nodes since I only use them for the demonstration. Now we can use a Guidable Mesh node to predict the teeth positions in every frame based on the samples that we prepared previously. Let's go ahead and create one. As the first input, I'm going to plug in the current frame from the sequence. The second input is going to be our neutral mesh. The last input is the selection of polygons that we are going to use as the source for the prediction. Since we created the draw vertex mask previously, we can simply convert it into a polygon selection using a vertex mask to polygon selection node. Let's plug it into the last input of the Guidable Mesh node. Now we need to provide the node with the training data. First, we need to set the path to the neutral head mesh. Then we need to select all the fax meshes. Next, I'm going to select the path to the neutral lower teeth mesh. And finally, let's select all the lower teeth meshes corresponding to our fax expressions. Alright, now if I switch between different frames on the timeline, you can see how the lower teeth positions are nicely predicted from the current expression. To save the results, let's create a Save Vertices node. I'm going to create a folder and call it Guidable Mesh Lower Teeth. Let's call the file frame4hashes.ply. Okay, if we click Compute Frame Range and process all the frames of the sequence in batch mode, you will have a result like this. I hope you like this tutorial. See you in the next video.